Oh, no. No, 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 no. This 67 Beetle that we just drug home hasn't run in over 20 years that I know of. I bet you it hasn't run for at least 30. Let's see what we're up against. Well, there is a motor. All right, right off the bat, I can tell this is not the original engine. This is a dual port engine. And in 67, I believe they came with a 1500 single port. We'll look down here at the number. Yeah, it starts with an AE, so that's a, what would that be? That's a 71 to 73, 1600 dual port. So somewhere along the line, original engine probably conked out on them, and they either went to the junkyard and pulled this one out of a car or something. Yeah, it's a different engine, which is cool. Dual port is a little bit nicer engine. Next thing I see is it's got a new carburetor on it. What is it? It's a 34 pick 3 by Bocar, B-O-C-A-R, made in Mexico. Other than that, it looks pretty much bone stock, other than this really janky fuel line. This is super brittle, and there's no hose clamps in this. It's just barely held onto the carburetor. Oh, it does have one clamp. Good old zip tie hose clamp here. And there's no fuel line in between here from the tank up to the fuel pump. Huh. Uh-oh. Let's go look in the tank. Oh, no. No, 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 no. My theory is, oh man, I gotta close that back up. The gas gauge is stuck at half a tank. So I think that they parked this thing with half a tank of gas in here, and it sat for so long, it evaporated and left turpentine and the nastiest, scaliest stuff you could ever imagine. That is horrible. There's still a little fluid left on the bottom. Oh man. It's really scaly and black and damn it. Well, this is not going to be a just throw a couple gallons of gas in it and get it started today, I'm afraid. This tank has to come out. I have to fill it up with some vinegar and some nuts and bolts and agitate it back and forth every hour for the next 2-3 days, and that will get rid of most of that jankiness inside the tank, I hope. So, yeah, something I didn't really want to do, but it is what it is, folks. Tank's got to come out. This is kind of a neat deal. I don't know what years they did this, but the gas gauge is actually run off of a mechanical cable going right up to the fuel gauge. And I'm assuming this just gets pried off. The top part. Oh, yep, it's coming out. Oh yeah, okay. And it's not stuck anymore. But yeah, you can hear the float going up and down. That has never been off. Wow, wonder what that's all about. Ugh. All right, I have the 4 bolts and clips holding the tank in out, so it should come right up. Oh, it is. Awesome. Oh yeah. Well, that's easy. That's a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. hung up on. There we go. All right, let's get this outside. All right, now I'm going to concentrate my efforts on the fuel line, because if the tank was that bad, I know there's got to be a bunch of crud and crap inside this fuel line. So I'm going to blow it out. First, I'm going to shove some brake clean in it, the good stuff, the flammable stuff, and I'm going to flush it all the way up to the tank. Put some air to it. Figure I'll do this a bunch of times until the brake clean comes out the other end nice and clear. So I shot quite a bit of brake clean through there, and this is what's been coming out. It is nasty. It's got all kinds of chunks, a lot of, it's almost like sand coming out. That's awful. So I guess I'm going to be here a while, so go about your business. So I've got some time on my hands waiting for the tank to soak up all that vinegar. So I'm going to do something I normally don't do before firing an engine I don't know anything about. Let's check the fluids. I'm learning from past mistakes. That's quite a bit high. That's really high. A little gassy. Yeah, I might as well just change it out. I've got time. And I have to do the transaxle too. I know it's low because one of the axle boots is just torn to shit. And it's been that way for a long time. So, and the previous owner obviously knew about it because in one of the cardboard boxes we got with the car, there's a new boot, a replacement split boot. All right, I figured I'd drain the transaxle first. Get that over with. Everything is nice and slimy under here. Come on, there she goes. Lots of cobwebs. You know what? It does not look terrible. It smells a little old. Well, it's not black, it's kind of root beer colored. Huh. All right, let's get to that boot then. Well, this is draining out. Yeah, this is in bad shape. Holy cow. It's just literally falling off. It's a little hard to get to. She's got to come off. One way or another, it's got to come off of there. You know, this is the point in a job like this where you kind of wonder why you didn't put frickin' gloves on. Because now I'm going to smell like gear oil for the rest of the day. The drain plug for the transaxle, this was packed with sludge on there. There's a little magnet and it attracted a big cone of sludge. Stuck my finger up in the transaxle and there's about that much sludge on the bottom. But that's okay because this is kind of just a temporary thing. Eventually we'll be building a performance transaxle for this. So this just has to get us by, driving up and down the street and maybe as a core. And this is the split axle boot that came in one of those boxes, like I said earlier. It's a Volkswagen, probably right from the dealership, like a bunch of other stuff in that box. It's got this type of clamp I don't know if I'm going to use these yet or not. Nuts and bolts washers, and I'm going to put this on real fast. I got the boot on. I must say it was easier than I thought it was going to be. I've never done it before, and it seems to be on there right. So we'll find out soon enough once we get our gear oil in there. This is my IV drip going in. It's very thick stuff, so it's going to be a while. While we're waiting, oh, by the way, here's our boot that we took off. It has definitely seen better days. So while I'm waiting for the gear oil to get in there, I might as well change the oil in the engine. Now I was going to do a real oil change where you take the screen out and everything, but then I figured, oh, that came out easy. That wasn't hardly tightened down at all. Then I figured, no, the engine isn't going to be in here for very long. And if it is, then I'll just run this oil for a little while and then drain it out. Anyways, yeah, there's some gas in there. This pan is filling up. Uh-oh. For engine oil, I'm not doing anything fancy. It's just some stuff I found on the shelf that has a really high zinc content. Unfortunately, it came in a 5-quart container, so I'll have some left over for something else, maybe the lawnmower. Oh shit. Fluids are done. Now before I call it a night, I think I'll go out and shake those nuts and bolts around in that gas tank one more time. Oh, I do need to shove some air through this fuel line again. I'm still trying to get that cleared out. But yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.
You're not going to want to miss a single episode, so be sure to subscribe and get a notification when they're released. Thanks for watching.